everyone, how are you? Raven Black Star here, and I'm going to do a reading for all of you Cancers. So if you are a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, stick around. This could be a reading for you. Now, we have a few cards that wanted to come out. We have the Five of Wands as your overall energy. So I feel as if, you are really practicing and really, honing in on some of your skills. And it could be something that comes up as a result of your efforts and your practice. You know how like you practice piano and then one day all of a sudden you play the piano. I feel as if, through all of your efforts and, you're practicing and whatever it is that you are trying to give your all to, I feel like you might learn something about yourself that you did not know. So if you have a latent talent, maybe while you were practicing, I don't know, you're singing, so you're practicing, let's say your piano, all right? You're practicing your piano and then you find out that, every time you sit down to play the piano, you'd rather play the guitar, and you realize that you love playing the guitar much more than you do the piano. It's something like that. So I do feel as if some of you Cancers might have some kind of hidden talent or gift that will surface over the course of the next few weeks. Now, I'm also seeing that, within your own circle of people, Cancer, you may be seeing that, you need to somehow stand out above them. And I feel as if you are in some kind of a place or a work situation or whatever, where there's a lot of competition, I feel as if you stand out among them. So that's really wonderful because that will get you whatever it is that you're after. So if you are in competition for a job, because we do have this Knight of Coins here, and it's pretty competitive, whatever it is, I do feel as if, you have a very good chance of getting that job. So I'm just saying, we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket, but I feel as if they do see that you are a cut above the rest is what comes to mind, a cut above the rest. So whatever that is, Cancer, give it your all. And I also want to just kind of put a little air of caution is don't go in thinking that you already know something, all right? So if you're very good at playing the piano, don't go in there and think you've got this, because there is someone else who plays it just as good as you, if not better. So I feel like that's really important to tell you, Cancer, is to not assume that you got this, all right? Like I said, there is a lot of competition. You are up for it. We really hope that you get it. I do see that there is something about you that is stand out. So we'll see. We'll see. Now, in the world of relationships, all right, again, I'm feeling like, Cancer, you've just got to be careful of your words, all right? You can catch more flies with honey than you can with, salt water, all right? And I just feel like if there has been some problems between you and your person, and you don't want to let it go, but you don't want it to stay the same, I just feel as if nothing is going to change, all right? So if you're involved with somebody who, maybe you argue a lot, maybe, it just seems like, there's a real imbalance where they're very needy and you're not very needy, and whatever it is. I just feel as if, you want to hang in there because you're going to hang in there with this person because I mean, you're hanging on to somebody and you're not leaving a situation. Here we are with the Eight of Cups. You're not going to leave this person. Look how dark this is. But yet, you can't even sleep at night. There's so much anxiety. It's like you walk on eggshells around this person. And we do have this Wheel of Fortune. Maybe this is somebody who takes care of you. This is somebody who, pays the bills. As long as you live with me, you'll never have to worry for anything. It's that kind of thing. And I got to tell you, Cancer, there's a high price to pay for that, all right? So, this might be what you're feeling right now. It's like you're involved with somebody who has the last word. You know, it's their house, it's their car, it's their money, it's their phone. It's, you know what I mean? Like, they pay for everything, and, you know, you're just going to have to go along because, well, they did this. They paid for this, you know. So be careful of that energy, Cancer, because that just doesn't last very long at all. And I do see that, you know, it's just like, well, you know, they love me and they take care of me. But I want to say, are they in love with you? Are you in love with them? You know, we can love, I mean, I love a lot of things. I love my plant. I love my dog. I love walking. I mean, I love a lot of things, but I'm not in love with a lot of things either. So I feel as if, you know, you are really in search of your happiness, you know, and you have this opportunity to continue, because you're not going to walk away from this fool, are you? He's upside down. You know, it's just like, but he pays for everything, but he takes care of me, but you know, and it's just like, you know, what do you want? Do you want a relationship, or do you want somebody who will take care of you and pay the bills, and, you know, and you'll do whatever they want? Because I feel like that's your choices, you know. So you're dangling on a thread here with somebody, and yeah, here you are. You know, it's like, how long are you going to try to balance this out? You know, it's just like your real life with this life that you've got with this person. And, you know, I feel like there's something else that you would rather be doing. But as long as you're going to let this other person take care of you, pay for the bills, you're going to do whatever they tell you to do. So you're living their life more than you are your life. So, yeah. And here we have the 7 of Coins reversed. It's just like, you know, you can continue to do this, you know, in this vein, and this is where your life is, or you can turn around and try to see whether or not you can start to find a sense of more independence, where you're not so dependent on this person. Because the 6 of Swords, you know, I mean, it's like troubled waters, and it's troubled waters. Why? Because, you know, this guy sent you to the grocery store to buy groceries, right? Well, now he expects you to cook the groceries, right? Yeah, because, you know, he bought them, but you got to fix them, you know. And it's just like, is that really what you want? You know, and it's just like, well, you want a new pair of shoes. Well, you've got to ask this person for a new pair of shoes. Do you really want that? Or wouldn't you rather just buy your own pair of shoes? You know, so I feel like you're at that point now where you're starting to see that you've got to come out of this bubble here, because, you know, this is really heavy energy that you've kind of put yourself in. You know, it's just like, you know, you went into this thinking, oh, this is really great. I'll never have to want for anything. And now what you have to do is, like, you find out that in some ways you might be even owned a little bit by this kind of decision you made with this person. Now look, this is not for everyone. It's just not. So take what works, leave what does not, people. Unfinished symphony comes out. So I feel as if, you know, I think you see that, you know, this was a good run while you had it. But at this point, you're starting to feel really unsettled, right? You're really unsettled because, you know, it's like, yeah, it was really good for the moment, but you stopped being you. And now it's time for you to kind of renew yourself. Like, imagine, what would it be like, you know, if I had all of this, but I didn't have to worry. I didn't have to go to them to get the money. What if, you know, I could just do things on my own? Imagine what my life would be like, you know, if I did this. So I feel as if you're starting to see that you might want to get out from under the umbrella of this person who probably, without even you realizing, has taken a little bit of your soul. And I mean that in a good way. You know, I mean, it's like we sell ourselves, you know, and say, okay, well, this is my life. This is what it is, and I'm going to be good with it. And it's just, you're at that point where, you know, maybe you don't have to be so dependent on this person. Maybe you can start to find your own way, and not be so dependent on their finances, on the home, things of that nature. You know, because these 2 cards come out again. This card of rejuvenation and chaos and conflict. I mean, you avoid what you need to do, all right? Because you're in a comfort zone. right? And I feel like this reading is saying, you know, you can get out of the comfort zone. You can start to, you know, branch out a little bit and do things that are more in line with you. And yeah, and it's time. It's time. You know, it's like, you know, I almost feel like this is an energy of you living with your parents, right? So you're living with your parents and, you know, you're under their house, you're under their roof, so you have to do what they say, right? You know, but I think it's just time. It's just time for you to branch out and go on your own way. All right, Cancer, so that's what I've got for you for the month of September. Take what works, leave what doesn't. Messages are for the greatest and highest good. And hit that like button. Yeah, thanks. That really helps out. All right, you guys, I'll see you at the next reading. Until then, bye.